What happens if you don't cure the Genophage in Mass Effect 3? Find out in today's video. What's up everyone? Big Dan here. Before we begin, I have a bunch of different Mass Effect trilogy guides and lore videos on my channel, so if you're interested in seeing more, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Sabotaging the Genophage cure in Mass Effect 3 can have three distinct outcomes, depending on the state of Krogran leadership during the game. The primary choices that impact this mission are the fate of Urdnot Wrex in Mass Effect 1 and the fate of Maelon's research data in Mass Effect 2. One side note, if Mordin Solus died during Mass Effect 2, he will be replaced by another Salarian named Padok Wiks. In terms of this mission, both behave in the same way. They both want the Genophage cured, are willing to die to make it happen, but can be convinced otherwise under a specific set of circumstances. Throughout this video, I'll refer to the Salarian as Mordin by default, but just know that everything I say will also apply to Padok Wiks if he's the one working on the Genophage cure. At the beginning of Priority Tuchanka, the Salarian Dalatras will reveal that the Shroud facility, which we will use to disperse the cure, was previously sabotaged by the Salarians. She asks that you ensure this sabotage is not corrected, and let the Krogans think the cure was successful. During the course of the mission, Eve will ask you what's troubling you on two separate occasions. If you plan to proceed with the sabotage, you need to deflect both times.
There's that look in your eye again, Commander. What's troubling you?
Just thinking about Earth.
In our first scenario, Wrex survived the events on Virmire in Mass Effect 1. Being part of Shepard's crew and defeating Saren gave him enough street cred to become head of Clan Urdnot, which by now is the most powerful and influential Krogran clan. Once you reach the Shroud facility, if you try to convince Mordin to sabotage the cure, he will flat out refuse. In order to ensure the Genophage isn't cured, Shepard will shoot Mordin. After the mission is complete, Admiral Hackett will express his disbelief that Shepard managed to cure the Genophage and sway the Salarian Dalatras as well.
And the Salarians? How did you manage to get them on board?
Careful diplomacy.
I don't think I want to know what that means.
You will gain the support of the Krogran clans, as well as the Salarian First Fleet. However, the alliance with Clan Urdnot will be short-lived. After speaking with the Asari counselor on the Citadel after Priority Rannoch, Shepard is confronted by Wrex in Docking Bay D-24.
I know what you did.
We can provide you our very best scientists to build the Crucible, and the full support of our fleets.
If I sabotage the cure.
Think about it, Commander. The choice is yours.
Where did you get that?
Wiks wasn't my only source in STG. Or did you think I was as dumb as my brother, Reeve? What have you done?
Attention. We have a security breach at Bay D-24.
Why would I betray you,
Friend.
Wrex? I've known you a long time. It's you and me taking on the galaxy together.
But words aren't going to cut it this
Security
time,
personnel
Shepard.
respond immediately.
I will honor our friendship, though, by shooting you in the head and making it quick. And before you die, I want you to know I'm calling off our support for Earth. If my people go extinct, so do yours.
Wrex will always die in this encounter, getting shot by Shepard or Commander Bailey, or both.
I know what you did.
Of all the scenarios in this video, this one has the worst outcome. Mordin dies, Wrex dies, you lose the support of Clan Urdnot, which is more than double the value of the Salarian First Fleet in terms of war assets, and the Krogans still suffer the effects of the Genophage. At the end of the day, Shepard will only have the following war assets: the Salarian First Fleet, the Krogran clans, which are worth 250 war assets, or 300 if Eve is still alive, for a grand total of 400 to 450 war assets. This is 150 less than you would gain by curing the Genophage, so this is the worst outcome all around. But what if Wrex died in Mass Effect 1? How would that impact Shepard's decision to sabotage the Genophage cure? This next outcome occurs if Wrex died in Mass Effect 1 and Shepard convinced Mordin to save Maelon's research data in Mass Effect 2. With Wrex out of the picture, his brother Reeve became the head of Clan Urdnot. Reeve is oafish and violent. His main goal for curing the Genophage is to expand his own power and birth soldiers to help him take revenge against the Salarians and Turians. As such, Mordin finds him very disagreeable. But Eve, on the other hand, is a moderating and unifying force amongst the Krogan. She is the sole survivor of Maelon's brutal experiments, and her involvement is the key to curing the Genophage. She also serves as a check against Reeve.
And now we'll have fresh recruits. You should see how fast we pop them out.
The females will decide that, Reeve.
Having access to Maelon's research data allows Mordin to stabilize and treat Eve, and she survives the trip to the Shroud. When Shepard and Mordin reach the facility, Shepard will not be able to convince Mordin to walk away. He does not like Reeve, but believes that Eve will act as a moderating force. So in order to sabotage the cure, Shepard will need to shoot him. But this time, without Wrex's involvement, the Krogan will not discover that the Genophage cure failed. Reeve will even brag about his prowess when you see him on Earth at the end of the game.
You know, I've been mating ever since you left the Chunka. Gonna be a lot of Urdnot kin running around soon. Well, as soon as one of the females gets pregnant. They're having trouble. I guess my power intimidates them.
No one will discover Shepard's secret, that he sabotaged the Genophage cure to gain Salarian and Krogan support for Earth. However, Shepard can confide in Garrus when he asks him how he did it.
Speaking of which, I hear the Salarians are helping us out. How did you manage that?
I made sure the Genophage cure wouldn't work. It was the price for Salarian cooperation.
A few years ago, I would have said you paid too much. But now, if there was a deal that could save Palaven, I wouldn't be so certain. Did Mordin just go along with it? Damn war.
This outcome grants the maximum amount of war assets you can gain from priority to Chunka. You gain the Salarian First Fleet, Urdnot Reeve, Clan Urdnot, and the Krogan clans, which are boosted by Eve, for a grand total of 775 war assets. But what happens if Eve dies during the mission? This final scenario occurs if Wrex died in Mass Effect 1, and you destroyed Maelon's research data in Mass Effect 2. Reeve will of course be in power, but without Maelon's research data to guide Mordin, Eve will unfortunately die during the trip to the Shroud. However, this presents a unique opportunity. With Reeve as the sole leader of the Krogan, Mordin can be convinced to sabotage the Genophage cure.
Can't stop now. Gone too far. Eve dead. Krogan deserve a cure.
I agree, Mordin, but not now.
If not now, when?
Someday. But when we stop the Reapers, this whole galaxy will need time to recover. Reeve won't give us that time. He'll attack while the rest of us are weak.
Eve would have stopped him.
Eve isn't here.
No. Suggest we let Krogan believe dispersal was a success. Ensure alliance. We'll need to disappear to keep story accurate. Reeve will think I died at Tower, curing Genophage.
Doing what had to be done.
This is the only scenario where Mordin Solus survives the events of Mass Effect 3. After the mission, Mordin will join the Crucible project, and you will unlock some unique emails and dialogue, including one final conversation with Mordin on Earth at the end of the game. If you want to see them all, check out my video on how to save Mordin, link in the description. Once again, you gain the support of the Krogan and Salarians, and the Krogan do not discover that the cure was sabotaged. The post-mission conversation with Hackett goes a bit differently because of Mordin's presence at the Crucible.
And the Salarians? How did you manage to get them on board?
Careful diplomacy.
I don't think I want to know what that means. Though I bet it has something to do with the Salarian scientist who just showed up at our door. He's so full of ideas about the Crucible, nobody can shut him up.
No comment, sir.
I'll take your word on that.
Shepard's confession to Garrus, likewise, is a bit different as well.
Did Mordin just go along with it?
Well, it took some persuading.
Oh, that devious little Salarian, I'll be damned. You tricked Reeve.
Can you blame me?
No, not at all. I can thank you for it. Wrex might have figured it out, but I guess Reeve is too stupid. Of course, I can't actually tell him that, but wow. He doesn't know you played both sides. Remind me never to play poker with you.
In terms of war assets, this outcome grants you slightly less than our previous scenario. You gain the Salarian First Fleet, Urdnot Wrex, Clan Urdnot, the Krogran clans, which are less unified without Eve, and Mordin Solus for a grand total of 750 war assets. Is it the right move to sabotage the Genophage cure? My knee-jerk reaction is no. The Genophage has long outlived its original purpose, and policing Krogran fertility rates seems morally wrong. However, if Urdnot Wrex is in power, I can see a case to be made that now isn't the right time to cure the Genophage. Wrex clearly plans to go to war with the Turians, Salarians, and maybe other races as well once the Reapers have been defeated. He doesn't want to cure the Genophage on moral grounds, he just wants to breed more soldiers and expand his own power. So in that scenario, sabotaging the Genophage cure is much more morally gray, especially if Eve is not alive to check Reeve's aggression. So there you have it. What happens if you don't cure the Genophage in Mass Effect 3? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Mass Effect and RPG videos. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. See ya!